This is Sovereign Starseed. This is my channel where I like to talk about the daily crypto news, and we go into cryptocurrencies, and then we also like to touch down on topics like sovereignty, passive income, obviously through cryptocurrencies, and esoteric wisdom, such as like alchemy and things like that, how everything ties in together, because it's very important for us regaining our sovereignty as a species to see how the spiritual aspects of everything ties in and how all of that is one. And so thank you to everybody that's tuning in tonight. Just want to say, it's been an amazing day so far. I've had some amazing questions thrown at me, and it's forced me to end up coming up with some even better answers and explain things in new and different ways that I'm just really grateful to have the opportunity to do it. And so with that, I just wanted to go ahead and just bring up a few things here. And so tonight, in order to start a few things off, I'm just going to go ahead and say, with the spirituality aspect of things, I just want to go ahead and start off with a few affirmations. So affirmations are important. Affirmations are like programming. They're like deliberate, conscious programming. And let me just go ahead and make sure that everything is running here, because the spaceship is new. Cool. Alright, so it looks like it is working. So yeah, let me just go ahead and get a few other things set up, because I am getting some static coming from one of the antennas. So hold on. We're gonna get right into some affirmations, y'all, and some crypto news, and some Discord, and everything else that you love. So give me just a second here. Perfect. Okay, cool. So yeah, down, getting everything all set up. It's looking good. Hey, Ray is in the house, the regular Ray Ouroboros, Sir Ouroboros. So hey, so glad that you were able to make it. So glad that you were able to get your microphone worked out last night as well.
Puts you in the battle.
So now it's always going to end up being something that is going to be easy for you to hang out with the rest of us in Discord. So all right, good. I'm glad that everything is starting to get set up. Cool. Anyways, guys, so yeah, getting into it. First off, I just want to go ahead and say some affirmations, because affirmations are powerful. They're deliberate programming. It's something that when we are doing deliberate programming for ourselves, we're really helping ourselves. So let's go ahead and just start off with some affirmations, and I'm going to say a couple of things, some of these affirmations out loud. If you do say these out loud, it's only going to help you more. If you don't say them out loud, I guess I understand. So it's all good. Let me also just go ahead and make sure everything's up on here. Cool. Alright, so if you want, go ahead and say these with me. If not, I completely understand. But these are things that definitely help me making my financial decisions, and also help me live like a balanced life, so that way we can make sure that when we're approaching these types of cryptocurrencies and just any decision that we make, that we're doing it in a balanced way. So a couple breaths. Alright, first affirmation is, I am blessed. I am complete. I am healthy. I am loyal. I am grateful. I am patient. I am courageous. And I am financially free. So if you choose to say that with me and repeat it afterwards, it's only going to help you. Because these are types of things that I like to say to myself as I'm approaching the markets. All right, family. So thank you so much for joining in. Everybody that's joining in. Here we go. Shining rays up in the house. There we go. You may recognize some of the affirmations. I am financially free. Okay, so... Oh, I just quesoed myself right in front of you. Okay, whatever. We're going to have to get like a little queso timer. So it like times out every time on the channel. Because man, I love queso. Alright, so let's get into some cryptocurrency news, shall we? First of all, I just want to go ahead and talk about something that's kind of interesting. Doesn't have to do with cryptocurrency. Well, it does, actually. It directly has to do with it, but something that we haven't reported on before. But anybody that's gaming, anybody that is looking at this stream right now that is just coming across it from Twitch from another game or something like that, check this out. So the Steam community put out an article today saying, as of today, Steam will no longer support Bitcoin as a payment method on our platform due to high fees and volatility in the value of Bitcoin. So that's pretty interesting. Oh, hey, what's up, Elizabeth? In the house. So glad you're able to make it. Perfect. Awesome. We're getting some people in. So yes, glad that you guys are able to make it. So, all right. First, with but with Steam right now, they're not able to take they're not taking Bitcoin, and it's because of the high fees and the volatility of Bitcoin. And so, I've been speaking about this, today, and it's good for us to all know, just to stay aware of the knowledge, and that is, the Bitcoin transaction network right now is slow. It is sluggish. If any of you guys have tried to purchase Bitcoin through Coinbase or anywhere else, you know what I'm talking about. It's taking you a lot longer to get your transactions through, and that's simply due to a demand on the network because the adoption is coming in so fast from all these big companies. And since the big companies are saying that they're going to start getting into Bitcoin, it's made all these medium and small companies and people just flood the market. So, and I'll just remind anybody that hasn't tuned in before or isn't aware of it right now, if you have a account with Coinbase, then you're definitely, it's going to take a little bit of time to get that thing activated. Coinbase is activating over 320,000 accounts every 24 hours, y'all. So that's just something that I just want you guys to see. And when you are trying to set up an account, don't worry, it's going to take a little bit longer than normal to end up getting an account set up, but they've been good with me on getting my funds back, and I've gone through the deep end with them on trying to get some funds back, and I give them respect where it's due. They have definitely come through on that. So just letting you guys know that Steam and other companies right now today are also going to do the same thing, and they're going to start to not accept Bitcoin because of the high network fees. I foresee this happening to the advantage of Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin and a few other alternative cryptocurrencies where the transaction fees transaction fees A are a lot smaller and B happen a lot faster, and that will allow these businesses that still want to operate with cryptocurrencies to do as they please, just using a different blockchain, like the Litecoin blockchain, for example. So, and that's another reason why, next year, any of you guys that are holding on to Litecoin, my boy Mango, you know what I'm talking about? It's going to be 1,500 next year, baby. I'm already calling that shot right now. But, whatever, I could be wrong. I reserve the right to be wrong. But, hey, Litecoin could hit 1,500 next year, and it's because of these things right here, guys, where companies that have depended on Bitcoin for a while as their payment processor, such as Steam, they now are able to take it just because there's massive adoption hitting the network, and yeah, it's going to slow things down. Look at Ethereum, hashtag CryptoKitties right now, and oh my God, you'll see the same thing. So that's something that's interesting right there. Yo, Skull Buff's in the house. Mango's in the house. What's up, you guys? So glad y'all are able to make it. Yeah. So next I just wanted to talk about something that is pretty cool that I saw on Twitter today. So Storage is on something that they posted out on Twitter, and we'll just actually just view it. So storage, it says, we are excited to announce our new integration with BitClave decentralized search engine, leveraging our storage in. So listen, what is storage? Here's what storage is. Storage is encrypted and distributed cloud storage platform for storing their multimedia content. So think about a decentralized Dropbox, a decentralized Google Drive, okay? And what they did today is they just announced that they're integrating with BitClave, the decentralized search engine, and the decentralized search engine is now going to leverage storage as all of its data. I don't know if BitClave is going to do that with all of it, but they're going to leverage all of what storage has, and probably more as it starts to end up taking the place of what used to be Google, which is the best way to speak of that. So yeah, you know what I mean? That's beautiful. Storage, check this out. Get up on an exchange. In fact, actually, let's just check the exchange right now. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Let's see if it's already going up because of this. When these types of partnerships happen, guys, you could definitely end up seeing things happen in the marketplace, and this is how you look at it. So storage, you just type in its symbol, just like whatever, just like the crypto, or just like stocks. And now, oh my gosh, it's up 4.5% today, and it's at $1.01. So I absolutely believe it's absolutely got to do with that BitClave integration, and that's showing all of its shareholders right now the investment that the people are doing on the back end. So that's beautiful. So it's up 4.57% today. Storage, good one. I also feel that, like, you know, as the FCC starts to rip apart the internet, these types of coins are going to be what we're going to have to use to replace it. So putting our value here is going to be wise for us, and not just storage, but other things such as MadeSafe coin, all that other stuff. But yeah, BitClave is the other one I always try to talk about whenever I try to say CLAVX or ClamX. I don't even know why I say that, because I learned about those two coins at the same time. So anyways, yeah guys, so if any of you guys holding storage, because if you guys aren't, take a look at it. It's definitely something I've been looking at for a while, and I had a chance to you know, take a look at it before it was released on any of the exchanges, and it is pretty cool. And you know, as this world moves forward, we're going to need places to store our data, you know, in a decentralized area of doing that, such as storage, is great. There's another one called Burst Coin that uses people's hard drive space on their current computers to make a massive decentralized cloud, which is really cool. And you know, you can end up earning coins with that as well. I know some people that have actually made massive profit on Burst. So anyways, other than that, another thing that's coming out, just because, you know, it's hard for us to stay optimistic sometimes, guys, and I know it. I know it's hard, and I need you guys to say this to me sometimes, but stay optimistic, please. Make sure that our attitudes are on point. Make sure that we are doing the best honor that we can for these cryptocurrencies, ourselves, and our planet. And so with this, what I could say is that, you know, there is the possibility that, you know, the FCC is going to do some things to the internet. They're going to make their decision at least on the 15th. Nothing's going to, like, absolutely happen on the 15th unless, like, Comcast and Verizon and all them people are really that bad. And who knows anymore. But because I've already been tracking it on this channel about how they've been changing their websites, right? How they've been changing, like, what they've been putting up in regards to net neutrality, and we've been tracking that. But as well, you know, what we'll say is that on the 15th, when there's a decision that's being made, there's going to be something that, you know, we're going to have to end up switching over to. Safe Browser is something that is really cool that I'm just super glad that we were able to end up seeing here. And it says Safe Browser version 0.8 compatible with Alpha 2 has now been published. Yo, Skull Buffs! Let me see what's good. Yo, Starseed, you still recommend just holding QSP to not sell at a loss, or should I stay at this point to get that money working? Good question. Let's take a look at QSP. We'll take a look at it here in a second. Good question, bro. We'll get on that. Maybe holding a little longer, because I think they have a meeting with Neo. Exactly, bro. That's the types of things that you want to look forward to, is that, like, if they have meetings with these types of things. I am tempted to sell a huge position in Neo right now that I have at a massive loss. But I might not, just because there's big things that they're doing over there in the Asian markets. So, and I love it. So anyways, taking a look at this as well, guys. We're going to look at that in just a minute, bro. So we'll take a look at QSP as soon as I get through some of these articles. So the safe browser is really cool. The changes are mostly related to the APIs, while also improving the dev experience. So any devs that are watching right now, just know that safe browser is a decentralized browser that's going from the made safe coin that they are using, that is just it's going to end up being something that we're going to end up wanting to use as an alternative once these once the information starts to get choked on the internet we know as today. So yeah, API changes. So you guys just know that like the developers of Safe Browser have almost they're like pretty much at an alpha stage to release, and they're ready to release something to devs so that you guys can end up being safe and you guys can have a nice experience while you're developing a decentralized web. Sovereign Starseed is grateful to you. I am so grateful to anybody that's going to be working on these types of projects, just because I depend on it, okay? And you depend on it, and everybody depends on it. So thank you so much. I bow to you with honor right now for that which you're doing. If you take on these types of privacy-centric, decentralized projects, thank you so much. On behalf of other people that don't even know how to articulate this yet, thank you so much. Next in the news, buy Litecoin is going down. Yeah, it's crazy, bro, that it's going down. So yeah, we'll take a look at that. Amazon. So I was hearing, sometimes, remember how like just a little while ago I was reporting on AWS CEO saying that he's not going to go Bitcoin? Cointelegraph's putting out an article today talking about how Amazon is actually going to end up embracing blockchain through R3. Not AWS, but there are 3 services. If you want to learn more about what that is, you can dig a little bit deeper into it. But I just wanted to highlight this article to let people of Earth know that Amazon is not completely one way or the other on Bitcoin right now. And because they're one of like the huge players of the internet right now, what position they take is going to define a lot of transactions for a lot of people. So it's beautiful to see that like the AWS CEO is like, nope, not about it. But the R3 is, we're on board with blockchain technology. So they're forward thinking, and they're embracing, which is good. That's what I like. Amazon R3, you got a thumbs up from Sovereign Starseed. Bam. The new Coinbase coins. Do you have any insight on the new Coinbase coins? Not yet, but I will say that I am not surprised that they're going to be releasing their own coins, because they're accepting massive institutional money, and there's other places right now that are starting to tokenize their assets, and that seems to be pretty much a way of going for a lot of things that is going to happen here soon. Is they're going to tokenize their business services. Anybody that's wanting to know what that is, Scobust's putting it up in chat right now saying Coinbase coins. So Coinbase is probably going to be releasing some coins that are going to hold certain value, and I don't know the specifics, no, but I can tell you the principles are usually the same, and it's just a different way of holding an asset, and it's probably going to be a way of you buying some piece of Coinbase and selling some piece of Coinbase. But we've also seen companies like Bitconnect create Tether, and then Binance. What do they got? The Binance Bucks? Is that what that is? IOTA or BTC? IOTA is about it. Augur's about it. Digibyte's cool. Absolutely. If they're offering 2 more Scobust, it'll probably be shoot, I don't even know. It would probably be like just some that are really getting super established. Yeah, I think IOTA. You're right. I could see IOTA. I could also see Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash would be a smart move for Coinbase to take right now, just because of the clog in the Bitcoin network, and then Coinbase could have something to offer their customers to switch over to, so they could still do their transactions. So next in the news, getting through it, private airline Surf Air accept Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this is cool. Somebody was asking me tonight, hey, so who takes Bitcoin? So here's another company that takes it, and it's a private airline. So if any of you guys are thinking about traveling or anything like that on cryptocurrencies, here's a private airline that's right up your alley. So the CEO, Sudin Shahani, I'm so sorry if I butcher that. The disruptive and progressive technologies like Bitcoin and Ethereum complement their vision of changing the way the world sources, purchases, and accesses air travel. I like it. Surf Air was built on the idea of disrupting and changing the way the world sources, purchases, and accesses air travel, so it only makes sense that we would also be on the cutting edge of accepting disruptive and progressive forms of payment such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. Similarly, Bitcoin users are a tremendously motivated community of early adopters. By creating connective tissue between these forward-thinking business models, I believe we're molding the future for consumer-first, experience-driven commerce. Boom, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So when you end up seeing this type of stuff, you can see that there's going to be some people that are going to now start to really operate as servants to their customers. And it's because they realize that if they don't adopt these types of disruptive and cutting-edge technologies, they will be left behind by the other people that have. So that's just what's so beautiful, and I'm super glad to see people adopting it in this way, speaking out like this. Any other CEOs that are watching, take notes, because I love investing in companies like this. So now you know what airline, right? Exactly. Shining Rays got the moves. Exactly. And I just flew with an airline. It was like one of my first experiences in a long time, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I was actually pretty pleased. But you know what? A private airline company. Imagine, guys. Okay, so first of all, we got to be good philosophers now, and we got to say that there's going to be positives and negatives to this. So flying with a private airline company, what are the negatives that it provides? Let's go through that first. And it would be like, I could see maybe private airlines not being able to get to as many airports as public airlines. Maybe not having as many takeoff times. It not being as convenient as public airlines. But the benefits, let's talk about some of that. There may be places that private airlines can go that public airlines will never go. There may be things on the airline that you would never get with the current way that we're flying. And when you have somebody of a CEO looking about disruptive and changing the way that the world does things, you're going to see him doing some amazing stuff. Shout outs to Richard Branson. Actually, I got to put him on the Sovereign Starseed showcase list, you guys, because he is definitely a Starseed. Richard Branson. The reason why I'm bringing him up is because he has Virgin Airlines, and he created Virgin, the whole Virgin brand. And so the thing that's really cool about that is that Richard Branson decided that on his airline he was going to just treat every passenger like royalty. So every passenger gets a nice chair, they get champagne. There's no such thing as coach with Virgin. They may have a higher price, yes, but everybody is treated like a king or a queen, and I think that's beautiful for Sir Richard Branson. So I'm trying to put him onto our Sovereign Starseed showcase because he is absolutely a Sovereign Starseed, and we're going to do a show about him as well to give him some honor. Let's check the chat. Hey Saad, you have any predictions on IOTA? It was set to go to the moon, getting as high as 555 and 580, but now it's only 388. Do you attribute this to today's rise in BTC price? And do you have any predictions about the value of IOTA? Yes, sir. Great questions. Love this. Ryan, don't worry about it, bro. What's good, bro? What's good? So glad you could make it. I know that y'all are doing finals right now. Everybody, let's give some honor to Scope Buffs, Ryan Groove, anybody else that's doing their finals. Send them some love, y'all. I hope that you guys end up smacking it out of the park with everything that you do there, and you're gonna finish first before everybody else. That's the vision I've been holding. So, anyways, don't worry about it, man. Not all the chats are showing up in the stream. Hey, good to know. Thank you. Good call out. Let me see. What's up with that? Okay. So anyways, hey, just like I can start to see, I'm seeing a lot of activity on different places right now. Thank you to everybody that's tuning in right now. I just really appreciate this. This means so much to me. Everybody that's checking this out right now, just know that this spaceship takes off every night at 10 p.m. Mountain, 5 o'clock Universal. We're doing crypto news. We talk about esoteric wisdom, how this ties into spirituality and sovereignty, and just make yourself at home. Have some fun in chat. We're gonna learn. We're gonna make some profits on the side, but we're really gonna learn, and we're gonna discover ourselves. We're gonna have self-knowledge, because that's the best. So hey, I wish that like I could get the other chats to go. I'm not quite sure what's going on with the Periscope ones, but it's all good. Thank you to everybody that's watching right now from all the other channels. Just really appreciate you. I'm so grateful for you. So Permacats love, sending the love. Exactly, guys. There you go. Oh, hey, there's a Periscope. Mason's on board. What's up, Mason? Welcome to the spaceship. We got plenty of room, bro. Look at all this room we got to breathe. It's like we got space. So anyways, just getting back into this here. We're doing some crypto news, and basically, as this is, this is beautiful. And to anybody that was curious about traveling earlier using cryptocurrencies, here's an airline that you can use, Surf Air. And the CEO seems to be very forward-thinking, which I can really appreciate. What's up? Hey. So glad you're able to make it, Mason. So yeah, the Queen next. Telegraph.co is putting out an article saying the Queen's bankers dismiss Bitcoin as pure speculation as it smashes through $12,000. And guess what, you guys? What's today? December 6th. What's the date on this article? December 6th. What's the price on Bitcoin on this article, on this headline? $12,000. What's the price of Bitcoin right now? $14,000. Do you see how in less than 24 hours this headline has already become obsolete? This is why we have to do crypto news every day. You know what I'm saying? That's how fast this goes. So like within 24 hours, this headline's already obsolete. We're already talking about a currency that's already jumped $14,000. Okay, bankers, Queen's bankers, you're just flaunting your ignorance, really, if you're trying to say that it's just pure speculation. I gotta tell you, I would love to agree with you and say that it is pure speculation. I would love to say that. But there's so much money coming into this. There's so much backing this, that there's more than just speculation riding on this now. So it's too late just to call it speculation. It's correct, you know, what you're saying is speculation, sure, of course, but there's more than that. There's more than that. So, you know, this headline's already obsolete, not even a day old, not even 12 hours old, not even, you see what I mean? When do you start to think BTC will be shorted, price drop? When futures start, do you think BTC will be shorted, price drop? Absolutely. Remember, guys, that's what I've been telling you, is that like it's going to be due for a correction. And that's when the big money starts moving in. You'll start to see it. Look at stock markets right now. Now that we got like the big players playing into these indices, indexes, and ETFs, do you see the volatility that you see with cryptocurrencies? No. It's boring. It's stale. It's stagnant because all the rich people have moved in and started to like just set it all up and gentrify it. And that's why cryptocurrency is beautiful. Oh man, let me explain this to you as well. Anybody that's joining in tonight, there was a good question that I got to answer today, and I want everybody to know that if you're joining in right now, and you know, it's what I'm trying to say is that no question is a dumb question unless you keep it to yourself. And I am so glad that I was able to answer this question today. And anybody else that's watching this right now, don't worry, if you have any questions, throw those out in chat, please. This should be a place where you shouldn't feel any shame for trying to educate yourself on this type of information. I know it's not easy, but we're here to help you. Okay, and the spaceship, we're right here. We got it. And I answered this question today because somebody said Bitcoin is really expensive. I can't buy a Bitcoin. It's like $14,000. And like they looked at me like I was like rich or something. You know what I'm saying? And something clicked inside of me, and I just wanted to say to that person, hey, did you know that you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin? And they were like, really? So let me just tell you guys this right now. You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin worth of Bitcoin. Okay? You can buy as little as $10 on Coinbase. If you don't already have a Coinbase account, you can get one in the previous descriptions of any of these videos, and you'll use a link in there, and it's going to give me a small thank you after you end up doing $100 with Coinbase. It gives me $10, and it gives you $10. So there's a 10% return on your first cryptocurrency investment. And let me just tell you guys, you don't have to buy $14,000 worth of Bitcoin to get into this game. And one of the most beautiful things about this game is you can buy in with $10. So even a minimum wage job, you work at a job for 1 hour and you collect $10 and you can jump into Bitcoin. That's beautiful. That's innovative. That's changing the world. So yes, and also to answer your question, Scobus, yeah, it's definitely going to correct itself. We'll talk about that some more. It's definitely going to correct itself, especially once NASDAQ gets in, everything else. Warren Buffett's going to want a piece. You already know. But alright, so the next, here's something that's kind of cool. I just wanted to point this out because privacy is important, and it's important and it's not at the same time. And you know, like, it takes a lot of meditation for me to explain why it is and why it isn't. So just go with it. But like, and just know that I love it, and I also know that like it's not necessary if you're also standing in correct vibrations. You know what I mean? So I also want to talk about privacy and 3 separate blockchains that are very highlighting of privacy, and it's because you know, privacy and decentralization are going to be big assets to our species after the FCC makes their decision in the middle of this month, which now we're less than 10 days away. So if you guys aren't contacting your senators, if you're not contacting your state representatives, it takes less than 5 minutes. We've got people in chat that'll throw out the bots for you, and you can put your information into a bot, and it will go ahead and just email the representative saying, hey guys, this is important to me, and please do this, because you live at a valuable time right now where you get to experience an internet where you get to search for whatever you want. You get to see these streams. You don't have to pay for whatever quality we stream this in. And that's exactly what the FCC wants to take it away from. You want to stream this in 480p? It's probably going to cost $4.80. You want to stream it in 720p? It's going to cost $7.20. 1080p? Oh, that's going to be $10.80. So just think about it, guys. Think about it. You have the opportunity right now, and you are powerful. You can do it. Let's save that internet. And even if it doesn't change the FCC's decisions, you can still go to bed knowing you felt good about doing something. Saving this internet for other people that don't even have the option to end up contacting people, man. They depend on it too. Anyways, you know, I can rant on that for hours. There we go. Get it out there, Samantha. Ray. Perfect. Appreciate you. Getting it all over. There we go. Save the internet. Perfect. Appreciate you so much for that. Okay, so did I just queso myself again, guys? Dang. Alright, so alright. So privacy in the blockchain. So there are 3 solid projects that are committed to privacy. Each project has their own unique features. Take a look at each one of these. So we got PIVX, we got Monero, and we got Zcoin. So the differences between these, and this is really when you guys want to know, so I don't understand cryptocurrencies, I don't understand coins, I don't understand how all this stuff works. I'm going to tell you right now, you watch for the next 10 minutes, you will not only understand A, how some of these cryptocurrencies work, you'll understand B, how some of these blockchains work, and you'll also understand C, how some of the economics work, which you currently consent to with dollars. So, as I read these out, I want you to think about how this relates to dollars and the Federal Reserve and what we're currently using and what this alternative provides. That's really going to help us out there. You do it a lot. A trend you start. No, I didn't start the trend of queso. It was somebody else quesoed, and now it's in my head. I didn't start the queso trend. I'm not taking that credit. But anyways, check this out. So PIVX. So there are the ways that the algorithms work is there's two very common ways that algorithms work, and that's usually the same ways that stocks work. And so the consensus of the protocol is the consensus algorithm. So that's the algorithm that these run on. Okay? So what this is proof of stake and proof of work. And so proof of stake means that all rewards are paid to the coin holders only because they're staking their coins. Similar to how a stockholder stakes his funds in a certain stock. So that means that he believes in it. She believes in that project. They love that project. And they want to see that project succeed. So even if the price goes down, they don't give a crap because they believe in it. Okay? And then next, Monero and Zcoin operate on proof of work. So that means that the miners get rewards. And so whenever people set up new computers between the Monero network or the Zcoin network, and they verify the transactions between Monero holders, so when I send me some money over to Shining Rays, then there's going to end up being some miners right there in between our transaction that are going to record it to the blockchain. And they're going to get a tiny little slice of the money that I send to Shining Rays. See that? And that's the reward that they get. And that's the same way that Zcoin works. So the Zcoin works because miners get rewards as well as early investors. So if you're an early adopter to it, they're going to be like, okay, bet, you believe in us up front? Cool, we're going to give you extra money. And that's a beautiful thing that you guys can also look at and see that a lot of coins do. A lot of coins do this. So next is the block time. Block time is simply how long it takes for these miners to solve a block to get a reward. And what this basically really means for you is the transaction time. Okay? So the block time and the average transaction time are nearly the same. They're going to usually be the same. So like the block time, actually I take that back, because the transaction time can show up differently depending on what type of instruments you're using to send these things. Like if you're using an exchange, if you're using cold storage, if you're using wallets that are like apps on your phone, there's going to have different like speeds of getting to people. And the block time is how fast the miners are solving these blocks and creating the blockchain and creating the ledger of all the transactions. Okay, so I'm just explaining this for anybody else that's watching right now because I love this. Like we got a few people up on here tonight. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and that's why I'm doing this. I'm going extra into this. So so the block time, that's how fast this blockchain is being written and created. PIVX, a new block is written every 60 seconds. Monero, a new block is written every 2 minutes. Zcoin, a new block is written every 10 minutes. This really doesn't mean too much to us as consumers or just as people that are trading. It just means a lot more to the people that are mining, because it means that their rewards come in different time frames, as you see here. So the average transaction for normal sends, less than a second. For PIVX, Monero's 1 to 2 minutes, and then Zcoin takes less than a second. This is beautiful, and this is another reason why these coins are going to end up taking precedence over Bitcoin's protocol once people learn and they adopt this further. By following this channel, by subscribing, by sharing this, getting this message out there, you guys will end up staying abreast of this as well. So, alright. So time for transactions to be fully confirmed. So it takes this amount of time for the transaction to get to the blockchain. It takes this amount of time for you to see it on your friend's phone, for your friend to see it on their like website or whatever, like across the world. It takes 3 to 4 minutes to send money through PIVX. It takes 20 minutes max to send money through Monero, and it takes an hour to send money through Zcoin. The reason why these things are different usually is because they're going through different encryption protocols with different levels of privacy, and that's what makes these coins unique. So then the average transaction fees, this is the big part. So it's not even a cent. It's way off of a cent for PIVX. It costs $3.21 to send Monero right now. And it costs 13 cents to send Zcoin. The reason why some of these things fluctuate is because of the amount of transactions on the network. You guys can see in some of my previous videos that there have been times when the Bitcoin network has been very high due to a huge opportunity happening. And I've paid close to $35-40 in a transaction fee to send Bitcoin. Who wants to pay $40 to send money? That's not what Bitcoin was about. And that's why it's going to be less attractive for me to use Bitcoin than it would be to use something like we're displaying here. And that's also why it's good to hold these coins, y'all. Because no matter what business people are doing, they're going to end up needing alternatives to the clogged up protocols that are gaining massive adoption right now. Feel that? So basically the max block size is something that's big too. So basically these things, it shows you how much data it takes to end up sending through a block of transactions through the network. As we talk more about this on this channel and things like that, more of these terminologies will come, like they'll start to come to the surface. So like if you're not fully aware of them right now, go and do your research, but also continue to follow the channel. You'll end up getting it all. But privacy specs. So this one has so look at this. So PIVX is actually using a custom zero coin algorithm. So this coin has actually created a custom fork, which is now PIVX. And PIVX now supports different things than Zcoin. And also Monero has its own coin mixing, and we also call this coin tumbling service. Like me, Mango. Stop, bro. You're gonna be, I know. I just checked chat. Y'all are, I'm loving this. So, that's awesome. But so, Monero has ring signatures. They do coin mixing or coin tumbling, which is so it's a really cool way of allowing us to have the freedom of our anonymity. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So optional but see, I'll just say this right there is that there's going to be some people that are controlling the species right now, and they are not going to like this. They're not going to like the Monero. They're not going to like the coin mixing, and it's because they're not going to be able to track the terrorism. I'm not going to be able to track the money laundering. So, I'm not, and when I put quotes around this type of stuff, people know that, like, it's not that I'm, like, bashing on it. It's just that, like, I think it's ridiculous for them to try to use that as their leverage to say that this is a horrible instrument to use. Because it's not, you don't get free from money laundering when you use fiat dollars, baby. You, in fact, get the same thing. You don't get free from terrorism when you use Federal Reserve notes. There's still, you get the same thing. It's out there. There's terrorism being used on Federal Reserve notes right now. So no, I'm not buying it. I don't buy it. And that's the one thing that they're going to start to say on this type of stuff too, is that, oh yeah, no, terrorism gotta go away. It's terrible terrorism. And so just watch. So like, as that is, and you know what? Also watch if I'm wrong. I would love to be wrong. Please let me be wrong on that. Let it just be. Let it be. Monero, let it be its own thing. So like, next, I just want to talk about optional privacy sends and spends. So PIVX has it, Monero doesn't, Zcoin has it, and this is part of the reason why PIVX stole Zcoin's algorithm, but it's not really stealing in this realm. You can copy that algorithm and create your own fork. That's beautiful. That's innovative. We need that. And if we get regulation, this type of stuff, this type of custom zero coin algorithm spawning a whole new beautiful currency is going to slow down. It's going to slow way down, guys. Ability to send fractional amounts with private send. Yes with PIVX, yes with Monero, no with Zcoin. So this is part of the reason why PIVX spawned off of Zcoin. And then also send private coins directly to the recipient. So yes with PIVX, yes with Monero, no with Zcoin. So you can see how PIVX now has taken two features of Zcoin that Monero has, adopted and baked it in to its own algorithm. And that's why this custom zero coin algorithm is pretty hot. I'll tell y'all, I'm holding some PIVX. So it's beautiful. But it's not something I plan on even holding anytime soon, and it's because I value the privacy. Go and look at their website. Go look at their intentions. It's beautiful what they're trying to free people with. Their earning methods, they got master nodes, I have a video about that as well that I've talked about. If you guys want to go into that again, we can go into some more masternodes. I have no problem going into that. Monero doesn't have masternodes, and Zcoin is trying to get them on board because look, PIVX is, you know, doing it with their Zcoin algorithm. Staking, yes, and fully private staking is coming next year. This Monero doesn't have it right now, as well as Zcoin. So you can see, this is why I'm kind of liking this PIVX thing. Mining, no, you can't mine PIVX. So like, you can't earn through mining. You don't get it. You don't get PIVX through that. You get it through proof of stake, just by holding it, just by believing in it. Now that's beautiful, guys, because this is a team of people that have pretty much set their... Oh, Shiny Rays started up on the follow, up on the train. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Kenny's up in the house. Yo, Dean's in the house. What's up, you guys? I appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining. We're going through some of the news right now, and if you want to learn about the differences between PIVX, Monero, and Zcoin, just rewind the stream after it's over. But just going through a little bit more of this. Just bought into ADA. Nice. Get it, Kenny. Yeah, that ADA's, hey, that's not bad. I've made some money on ADA. But, alright, yeah, so going into it, masternodes, I'm sorry, we're at mining. Mining, you can't get money on PIVX from mining. You can only get it by believing in it, baby. Now, that's beautiful. What I was trying to say is that this is a team that was thinking about everybody that doesn't have powerful computers. They were like, no, I'm not going to go that route where you have to have a powerful computer to earn these tokens. No, I'm going to go the route where if you believe in privacy, you earn these tokens. And that's how you earn them. I like that. I like those ethics. And these are the sovereign decisions that we should be making when we're buying into these tokens. I mean, I guess I should say it now. And I'll say it for everybody that's watching before, everybody that's going to watch after. This is not financial advice. I can only tell you the moves that I would make. And I would only say, only invest money that you're comfortable with losing. However, in this market, it's been hard to lose money. You know, so anyways, the block and reward fees, check this out. You get 10% to the treasury. 10% goes to the treasury whenever a block is solved, and then 90% goes to the master nodes and the people that are holding PIVX. So 90% of it comes to us. That's the reverse fractional banking. See, fractional banking takes 10%, spreads 90, right? And my financial investors up in there can confirm that. Y'all know fractional banking takes 10, it takes a tenth, and it can spread it up in there through 90%. Okay, this takes 90% and spreads it up against everybody. Reverse pyramid. I love it. Okay, the block reward for Monero, 100% of it goes to the miners, and then for Zcoin, 20% to the founders, and then 80% to the miners. And that's where a lot of this PIVX started, because a lot of people weren't comfortable with 20% of it going to the creators continuously, for us continuing to believe in your Zcoin, right? So that's what staking is about, and that's why this went, okay, we're gonna go full on staking, baby. So the fees get destroyed by the network. So how PIVX works is they burn coins as coins get spent, and that alone pays for its fees. I like it. I like it. It's not foolproof though. There's still flaws. But I like it. The fees that we all pay when we use Monero gets paid out directly to the miners, as well as with Zcoin. And then, so the last things that I want to talk about that's going to really just help us see how coins work is that the governance model of PIVX is that it has masternode voting, meaning that so if there's 51% of the computers on the PIVX network that are 51% of the holders, I guess, the wallet holders, if they choose to update to a different fork or a different set of code, then the whole network will have to bend to 51% of the democracy there. So I think that's really cool because they have masternode voting, and that's pretty good because that really drives a lot of people to like talk to each other and be like, look, let's get on the same page, man, and update the code. You can see what happened with SegWit 2x. if you've been following the channel, if you've been following into this, like they had a problems with coming to consensus, and like, yeah, man, that was a delayed project that should have gone off a little bit smoother, just if people could get along. So, you know, and also, you know, respect to those developers, because there's a lot of weight on your shoulders when you have to make decisions like that. But, you know, let's just like make sure that we are not trying to bite each other's heads off. Let's try to all be unified when we come into these cryptocurrencies, because we're all on the same team, baby. We all breathe the same air. We all drink the same water. We all bleed the same color. So, you know, like that's where it's at. And that's what you got to kind of vibrate into in order to survive with these types of cryptocurrencies, as well as on this planet. And that's part of that spirituality aspect that I like to bring into it. But let me just get off with this. Built-in budget and development funding, it has a 10% block reward to continue to pay for its ongoing development for PIVX. And then Monero doesn't even think of it, doesn't even have it built in, so nope. And then also 20% of each block is sent to the founders for the next 3 years. And that's where the founders get some of that. And that's kind of where people were uncomfortable with Zcoin on that. And then, you know, PIVX has provided an amazing alternative. So if any of you guys have any questions about this, pop them up in chat. I want to go ahead and make sure that we all know about the differences between these coins, and then also the differences between coins in general. And then also, if you kind of had any revelations between when I was talking about these and how that relates to the money that you're using now, how it relates, like such as like the transaction fees. You know, the transaction fees are very cheap here, you know, compared to like even sending a 50-cent money order, or $20 wire fee. You'll never have to pay that with this. Time for the transactions to be fully confirmed, 3 to 4 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. That's way less than 7 to 10 business days. And guess who dictates what business days are? Not you, and not the person you're doing business with, the bankers. You see what I'm saying, people? Is that like, that's where we get to get our sovereignty back and be like, oh, cool, so you want some money? I'll get it over to you in about 3 to 4 minutes. How's that sound? It don't matter if it's Saturday night. It don't matter if it's some recognized, observed holiday. You know what I mean? You'll be able to do your business. And that's what's beautiful about this. That's what I love about this. And that's why, let me go ahead and say, if you're a government official and you're watching this, any government officials that watch this in the future, I want you to know that I'm completely neutral to you. I'm not against you. I'm not with you right now with the policies that we currently have. But if we start to do some things, like amending our constitution and things like that, it's going to get me attracted back, possibly. But we got to get some changes here, guys. And it's open for discourse. Everything is open for discourse, baby. So next, just want to talk about Cointelegraph putting out an article saying that financial inclusion and efficient remittance system can save Africa from mediocrity. This is a beautiful article. So basically, the Ghanaian president, Nana Akufo-Addo, so sorry if I'm butchering that, my friend, emphasized that it is the responsibility of Africans to develop their nations by themselves. Hashtag Sovereignty 100. Akufo-Addo notes that it is not right for African nations to continue depending on the generosity of European taxpayers for aid and support, but that the continent should be able to handle their own basic needs by themselves. Akufo-Addo said, "Our main responsibility as leaders and citizens is what we need to do to grow our own countries." Beautiful. Beautiful. So I just want you guys to end up seeing that in Kenya, the rate of adoption of mobile money services have shown impressive results and consequences. Malawi is another great example. The country is taking significant steps to improve financial access, such as setting measurable financial inclusion goals and joining both the Maya Declaration and the Better Than Cash. This progress on the regulatory and public policy side is reflected in its relatively high scores on country commitment and regulatory framework. Dixon Sofor, founder of the Cora Network, says, financial services have been proven to help grow wealth. Unfortunately, for much of the world, access is uneven and expensive. In many places, formal banking is seen as something exclusively for the wealthy. Banks require high minimums and fees for opening and maintaining accounts. Due to the cost to serve and inability to prove identity, many financial institutions don't open branches in remote or low-income areas, requiring people to travel for hours to transfer money. Hello, Bitcoin. Hello, blockchain. Hello, cryptocurrencies. Do you see that? He recognizes the obsoleteness in the current financial systems that are there, and he also sees that cryptocurrencies are the way that we're going to get ourselves pulled out of mediocrity. And I wouldn't be too surprised to see Africa become one of the richest, most beautiful, vibrant nations that's about to pop out next. Come on. If you're really seeing it, you can see it as well. That's really it. Once we end up evening the access to banking tools, as well as we have places like this channel and other people helping each other understand these terminologies, then the access to it's going to even out, and we're going to see the ideas of entrepreneurs and of beautiful visionaries start to bubble up and pop out of our species so fast you won't even be able to track it. We can't even track it. There's over 1,200 cryptocurrencies now, and like 15 more are set to go off this month. So like, yeah, we got to get this news, maybe even twice a day. What do y'all think of that? New Fed. So Cointelegraph is putting out an article today talking about how the new Fed appointee may be driving Bitcoin to all-time highs. And I think this is pretty good. So basically Marvin Goodfriend is basically part of the reason why Bitcoin is going up. Look at this, y'all. I love reading articles like this. This is how rare of a time you live at right now. If you're looking away from the screen, look at the screen. Look at this. This article came out today, friends. And it says, as Bitcoin destroyed the $12,000 level earlier today, many pundits and analysts look for answers for why. I just want you guys to see that number so that you can see that it has already gone $2,000 beyond that. That's how fast this information is becoming obsolete. That's how fast our species is waking up, taking this on, and going, I need it. I need it so fast. I want it so fast. Give it to me. I want to be free. So with that, I just want you guys to see that, like, man, how beautiful is it that we live in a time where I can't even read you up-to-date news articles in the same day because we're waking up so fast. That's the spirituality. Connect on that. Oh, that's beautiful. What a great time to be alive. I can't wait. I can't wait to keep on reading some obsolete articles. We're like, oh, well, look, looks like if I read this today, it's probably going to end up being more than 14,000. Think about this. The people that are writing articles tonight, Bitcoin killed 14,000. By the time you wake up, it's going to kill 15. And that's the way planets evolve. That's the way sovereignty comes back into species. It's not just happening on Earth. There's happening across other planets as well. And I think that's actually kind of cool to point out. Because, you know, last night as we were looking at on the channel, the story of the people of Yab, like, Bitcoin is not new technology to the planet. We've had decentralized currencies before. So next in news, I just want to talk about Experty. Remember, guys, how I was telling you guys about this the other night? I was like, man, what is that one thing where they're rewarding people for their knowledge? This is what I was talking about. So check this out. Experty is, if you guys are just tuning in for the first time on this, Experty is a cryptocurrency that I love the idea behind. And what it is it is a cryptocurrency that values knowledge. And that's the reason why there's a book in my logo. It values knowledge. And if you can prove that you know something, you will be rewarded in these Experty coins. Now, shoot, you guys. If people are going to end up adopting a cryptocurrency where they are going to prove their smarts, how smart do you think it would be to get into something like that? Holy crap. They're going to have this new algorithm, guys, that's called proof of knowledge. And it's amazing. Because as more that you can prove that you know about something, the more you'll be paid out about that. That is beautiful. And all of you guys watching right now know something. Y'all can be paid on something. You're getting better at something all the time. And that's beautiful. And if you get paid out with expertise coins, just know that they just partnered with MindSports.io to provide experts and lessons for chess and various board games. So Expertise is the first decentralized platform for paid consultations. It allows anyone to sell their expertise and connect with others on its platform. MindSports.io is an intelligent and trusted network for people to create, play, and govern online board games. So MindSports has done some really cool things with games, and now that they're teaming up with Expertise, you can see that these guys are definitely doing some work in the background. And I will say this. My thoughts on Expertise is that I'm going to be picking it up a little bit. I'm going to be picking up some Expertise, and it's because I full on believe in something like this. I full on love something like this so much. Oh my gosh, imagine the world's knowledge. How fast we could start to evolve when we have a blockchain we could depend on for consultations from smart people that can prove they're smarts. Prove it. Instead of seeing people. How often have you guys seen somebody where you had to deal with somebody that wasn't competent on the job that they're currently working? Man, like 5 times a week, man. And so, yeah. Sometimes that makes me want to jump behind the cash register and be like, let me just do it. But, things like this is going to change. So that's beautiful, Expertise. Thumbs up to you. I'm so glad that you made that partnership. Expect for that price to go up. So Cointelegraph put out an interesting article. In an unexpected move, South Korean regular suddenly bans Bitcoin futures trading. And that's why I have to be very careful about the title. It's like they're not banning Bitcoin, but they're banning Bitcoin futures trading. Why would South Korea do this? Obviously because they're about to release their own futures. And I don't know. I could be wrong. I want to be wrong. I hope that there actually could be 100 reasons as to why they're banning the futures. But all I could say is that it's going to be hard for them to maintain their position with trading with the rest of the world when there are going to be other countries such as the US that have already, started to announce that we're going to do this full-on futures thing. Switzerland has gotten into it, and I think not Dubai hasn't even touched that. Not that I've heard. But Switzerland is also in on futures as well. So these places are going to be like the first places that are going to take off with big money. And, CBOE right here. And CME. Those are the ones that are talking about doing these big old futures trading. And now South Korea just decided to step out. So that's kind of weird. And then I don't know how I feel about it. There's bad things and good things to everything. The bad thing may be that, we don't know what's going on with South Korea, and, they could be developing something completely different. And I don't even know if that's a bad thing. The good thing is that if they're not going to participate in futures trading, it's going to allow for a little bit more volatility on this market. Because it's going to keep big money a little bit away from it, at least halt it off a little bit. Because man, the fun is right now, guys. The fun is right now in the volatility. Once this big money starts jumping in, the volatility jumps out, and then it's not very fun. Things get stale. But regardless of that, I'll just keep on going. And this is the most important one tonight. All right, guys. So this is from a completely different site. So this is one that Hacker Noon put out. So 50 Shades of Grey. What Bitcoiners should know about Statute 1241. Bum, 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 bum. So first thing I want to make clear is that I do not support criminals, criminal activity, or terrorism of any sort. I am all for laws that make it harder for these types of organizations to exist and operate. I mean, I'm reading this off the page right now, but I also agree with that. I agree with I don't agree with legitimate terrorism. I don't agree with legitimate money laundering. So I also just don't agree with blanket statements being made of all kinds of people, without their right of being able to prove themselves nah, dude, I'm not doing terrorism. Don't label me like that. But, so yeah, the bummer is all laws have consequences to regular law-abiding citizens like you and me. No matter your philosophical ideologies on the matter, it is best to know and understand the facts. legal system is unforgiving to ignorance. And that is true, and we're going to get into things like this where part of the legal system, you know, it doesn't forgive people for not knowing the law. It's a maxim in law. We're going to do some maxims on this channel at some point. But anyways, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency regulations and laws are the hottest topics in the world right now. Governments are quickly trying to understand and deal with the reality that Bitcoin is here to stay. Last week, a friend forwarded me a link in the back alleys of a Slack group, and it was to the U.S. Committee on the Judiciary hearing held on November 28th, just a few weeks ago, guys. Headed up by Chairman Senator Chuck Grassley, titled S-1241. Alright, guys. Remember how I was talking about defining things? Here we go. S-1241. Modernizing AML laws to combat money laundering and terrorist financing. So basically that statement says we're going to take our money laundering laws and make them compatible to cryptocurrencies. That's the way they want to deal with it. So let me just go ahead and tell you guys, it's like trying to put your Ford engine and making it compatible with a Tesla right now. Let me just give you a metaphor. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to modernize their money laws, their anti-money laundering laws, and try to get them cyber compatible. Okay? And these laws were written at a time that couldn't even comprehend decentralization of things like this. So that's why I say it's like trying to take your engine in your car right now and making it compatible for a Tesla and expecting that Tesla to agree to operating on electricity. Okay? So it's an interesting way of seeing it, but it's just a way of showing you can't take an old engine and try to put it into a new vehicle. You can't take a new vehicle and put it onto an old engine. It just won't work, man. You gotta have the right engine. That's why you gotta go to the junkyard and find the engine that went to that car and put it in. It's the only way it's gonna work. It's the only way it's gonna drive. So, in short, the hearing was over 2 hours long, and a bunch of bureaucrats and a few witnesses, one from Coinbase, notably, and others from various public and private organizations presenting testimony. The hearing was filled with compelling facts and statistics on how criminal organizations are getting away with laundering trillions of dollars. So, basically it just says, with all the speculation, assumptions, and rumors being put out about how this might affect crypto, I wanted to get to the bottom of this. I am not a legal eagle, but owning a company for years, I do understand the importance of knowing the rules of engagement. I also get that in those rules there are 50 shades of gray that attorneys bill hundreds of hours preparing for and arguing in a court of law. This is why you need to do your research. Right there, y'all. Absolutely. Please do your research on everything I say on this channel. Don't believe me. Verify it. Confirm it. Deny it. And if there's something that's wrong I'm talking about, I don't mind you coming on and talking about it, because it's important for us just to get this right. So, anyways, what I'll say here is like, this is why my goal in this article is to do my best to break down S-1241 and to present the facts on what this law might mean to Bitcoiners and crypto holders. So basically what this means is that, like, anti-money laundering is something that they're trying to use to end up defining parts of Bitcoin. And I'm not going to go through all this, because look at this article, okay? But this is something that I'm going to actually post this out in chat for anybody if they want to end up taking a look at this. It's a good article that's going to help you be aware. 10 a.m. 10 p.m. I'm off of the 10 a.m. Right, got you. Shining Rays up on it. Ryan Roof. Okay, hey, yo, I hear that. So this is the article that I'm reading right now. And so basically, here's what I want you guys to know, is that there is going to be some stuff that's going to be coming through where we are going to have to be dealing with some interesting things with how cryptocurrency is going to be defined, and how a lot of people are going to be accused of money laundering just because they're not reporting all of their cryptocurrency trades and things like that. And I also suspect This is just a suspicion, and I got the right to be wrong at any time. But I also suspect that there's going to end up being articles that are going to come out where we're going to see people speak in a way like this. So in the last few months, remember, we've seen banks say cryptocurrency is a few things. It's, first of all, not money. It's also not currency. It's also not real. It's also in a bubble. It's also fraud, and it also supports terrorism and all of those things. So we've seen all of them say that, okay? But now, why are we seeing them get into this fraud, this terrorism, this thing that they all said this thing about, okay? Except now we're going to start to see that as they learn more about this technology, we're going to start to see articles that are come out where it's going to be like, oh, now that we've learned what this is, we've now realized that people have been incorrectly, watch this, they're going to say incorrectly reporting their gains on cryptocurrencies as they switch them from one cryptocurrency to another. And my friends, if that type of thing happens, I just gotta let you guys know that that's going to be something that's going to be very, very difficult for me to accept. And I want to end up working on open dialogue with trying to figure out a way on, I'm happy with paying taxes. I'm just not happy with being forced on what my taxes are going to without me consenting to it. So that's why, I want to end up just changing some things from that. And that's just my opinion. I'm just a man. I'm just a guy. I'm also an alien. But, that's just some of the opinions that I have here, and I just want you guys to end up noticing that, these are real things. These are real things that people are looking at right now. I'm not trying to show you this type of stuff to scare or put fear into anybody, but I believe that forewarned is forearmed, and just making sure that we're aware that there could be accusations of money laundering coming to some very innocent people soon, just because they have been incorrectly reporting their gains, which, mind you, there aren't any gains on alternative coins right now. There's no laws on coins, so you can't incorrectly report gains on anything that hasn't been defined. You don't even know what it is. So how am I incorrectly reporting it? How am I supposed to correctly report it then? How was I supposed to correctly report this the whole time? Show me. Show me show me the law that says I was supposed to end up reporting Ethereum as it was going into IOTA. Show me how I was supposed to do that this time. That's the things that we have to be remembering, guys. That's what we got to remember. Okay? Got to go back to studying. All right, Ryan. I'll be back soon. A lot more when school's over too. Right on, bro. Yes. Hey. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Good luck on the finals, bro. You're gonna Godspeed to you. You got lots of light coming to you from us. So you know what? And with that, I'm gonna end up turning on the Discord room, right? I'm gonna end up opening it up. So if anybody wants to come on in, start talking about things, let me pop up into the stream lounge. Boom. Let's see what we got. And I'm also going to put a link up for the stream lounge. If you guys want to also just pop in and talk about anything that you want to, the link is in the Twitch profile below. And if you're not watching on Twitch, I got you. I gotcha. So yeah, anybody that wants to end up coming in and talking, it's just a nice little voice chat room that you can end up just speaking about anything that we talked about here tonight. If you got any questions, speak them. Let's talk about them. I think this is great, and I loved all the questions I was able to answer today, and just making sure that we remain positive, guys. We got less than 10 days before the FCC is going to force us to evolve the internet. What's up? Taylor's in the house. Or no, Scobuffs. Is that Taylor? Sam? Got you, bro. Right on, man. Yo, so how's your night going? That's good.
Good,
That's
man.
good. You feeling good about your finals today?
I don't have any
Okay,
yet.
right on.
Right on. Coming up.
It's all good, bro. So what do you think about any of the stuff that we're looking at? Have you had to look into S1241 at all, or any of that stuff?
crazy. Double
Yep,
money
and like
laundering.
that's pretty much going to be like a huge tent pole.
Holy shit! My strat stash,
Is it through
dude.
the roof? There you go. Stratus is actually shooting through the roof right now, guys. So that's another good one. Stratus.
Just went up 25% in probably the
There you
last
go, dude.
15
Hey,
minutes.
man, that might be a good way just to get out right there.
I honestly think I'm gonna do that. This is like a long-term hold, though.
Stratus
actually,
is nice. I've also seen other people put their funds from Stratus into other coins that are like right next to it that trade with it. Like, let me see. I'll find
like
some
what?
right now. But yeah, dude, this is cool, bro. Glad to hear that. 25%. Dang, it's up 52% overall today.
I know. I'm cashing in on that.
Good job. Stratus Academy. They have a test ICO platform that's coming out. That's part of it.
Damn, I like want to get this money out ASAP. Oh, it's going down.
And they're at the Blockchain Expo, so like Stratus has a nice little booth at the Blockchain Expo, and I think that's definitely helping up the price. Nice. Yeah, it is a good way. It is good to hold. It is. It is good.
Well, I don't know, because I mean, let's see what suggestion. I was asking, what's ADA up to?
ADA, I've made some money on that before. Boom.
BTC's really low too. But like, it's
Cardano.
Oh no,
that's interesting. Yeah, I'm noticing Cardano's at 11 cents. It's down 2%, but I mean that could possibly because of being BTC's like bull run. It's going through the massive bull run. And so, like I've been saying, like a lot of people, like I've been seeing a lot of people like dumping a lot of their altcoins, just being like, oh, I'm ready to go get my free Bitcoin Ultra Diamond Platinum.
I might just go get just some.
Yeah, so like, because for me right now, like it's a good move. Bitcoin is now, damn, dude, Bitcoin's up 18% in the last 24 hours. It's insane. It's at 14.8, guys, and like by the time you wake up tomorrow, it's gonna bust 15K. So as you can see, we were taking bets the other night. I was thinking it's gonna be 15K by Christmas. Clearly, I'm wrong, and I love when I'm wrong like this. So I don't know, man. By Christmas, could we see Bitcoin at 20K? Could we see 25? I don't know. So it's just blowing up so fast, and everybody wants to buy this thing, and it's amazing. What's interesting is now Ethereum took second place again. IOTA is now back to number 4, because after that spike that went up, and now it's kind of like sitting back down on a correction. That's okay. Litecoin is still at $100, Mango. So yeah, bro. That's so good to see that. She said 14. Shining Rays got 14 by Christmas. Yep. Well, look, we were wrong. 14, like we were wrong in a day. So, what do you think now, Shining Rays? Place a bet. 20K. Go see 30. Dude, I think we could see 20K. And that's why, like, anybody that I've been talking to today, like, if any of you guys have been saying, like, oh, man, I'm nervous because, like, I don't want to buy in right now. It's at 14K. Like, I want it to go down. Look at this. It's going to be hard for you to make that wish come true. It's going to be hard. Because, like, really, I don't see it going back down for a long time until after these forks. And then also, yeah, it's like there is going to be correction on the price, but I think that the correction on the price will end up being, it'll be like Bitcoin corrected down to 17K. That's so crazy that we can make predictions like that, and I can feel pretty confident in what I'm saying. That's pretty crazy. That's a great asset. That's a great thing to be holding. So, yeah. With that, guys, like I was also just taking a look at a few other things with you know, BTC it's gonna end up continuing to go up, and then let me just look at a couple of other things here. we'll end up seeing what else we have. Because yeah, there's a lot of things that are happening. Two other things that are clogging up the networks right now is that, you know, Coinbase and all of its adoption is causing the transaction to go really slow and the network fees to go high. And then also, if you haven't already heard about it, CryptoKitties is the #1 app on the Ethereum blockchain right now, and it's actually frozen and put Ethereum transactions to a stop for a brief moment. And then, yeah, it like the Ethereum network got unclogged, but CryptoKitties is clogging up most of the transactions there. And so, like I was showing you guys just a little while ago in the stream, remember how I was showing you right here where it's like the differences between PIVX and all of right here. So where it says like the block size, see this 2 megabytes right here. So on Ethereum, I can't remember what the block size is right now, and I'm not sure if it changes, but I know that with the Ethereum network, like, it's been clogged up because so much data is going through the whole network for these dang digital cats. It's like freaking oh man, what were they called? Digital pets. Like the little digital pets back in the day, keychain things. You remember those? Those were cool. It's over 20. Alright, Shining Rays got over 20. Over 20. Yep, I could definitely see that. It's the 6th. It's the 6th. And we thought it was going to be 15 by Christmas. And it was over 10 by December. So I think 20. I think it's good that you're saying over 20, but I still think that's modest. I really think that, like, hey, could we 25? Yo, what's up, bro? It's all good, man.
Not bad.
No worries. All having fun. So what do you think? What do you think the price of Bitcoin will be on Christmas? Nice. I think
20.
I'm now starting to think 25. I'm getting bullish. I'm getting very bullish. I'm like, you know, with all the adoption that's happening, people are going to end up looking at this technology, and then you're going to see all these investors go, this is the greatest gift I could give for Christmas. And we're going to see all these people buying Bitcoin for others. Yep.
Yeah,
so.
true. I asked for Litecoin.
Hey, appreciate you so much for following. That's hey, that's so I'm so grateful for that, because you know, you're going to be able to end up staying up to date with all the news that's going on here, and you'll be able to making sovereign and wise decisions on your cryptocurrencies going forward. And man, as soon as you start learning things, like, post them out here. Don't be afraid to get into the stream lounge too at some point. You know, like we got voice chat as well, open forum, no shame, no shame. So just thank you guys so much for everybody that's tuning in tonight. Like, this is meaning a lot, because you know, I'm actually going to end up, you know, probably taking off here in just a moment. I'm going to shut the stream down here in probably a couple minutes. Not trying to take everybody's night up, you know. So let's see what else we got to end up saying. Scope Buffs, what else do you got to say to the humans of Earth? Anything you want to talk about?
I think I'm
Okay,
good for
it's
the
all
night.
good. Yeah.
Starseed.
Well, you know what, guys? Like, I just want to say that, like, it's just a gift, man. I'm so, like, honored to be able to have a room to give you guys, to have a spaceship we could hang out in. We could talk out. We could talk about what we want. I want a report of what you're buying and selling each day. So you're following. That's great. What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start putting out some investment videos for the people that are following. And I'm going to try to figure out a way so that those investment videos are going to be private, just because I don't want those, like, spread all over the web, and there's, like, so many ways to debate any way that one person is trying to invest their money, that I'd just rather continue doing the things that are working for me than spending a lot of time, like, debating things from other people trying to attack my investment plan or just whatever. There's so many things that you invite when you do that, that I'm going to start making some of those videos private. So following.
Yeah, I like that
Yes,
idea.
okay, yeah,
Helpful.
bro. Like, whatever else you guys could end up thinking of, we'll end up putting them out there. I have some ideas where I'm going to show you guys how I kind of started to put some Bitcoin in, and how I've compounded that Bitcoin, and how I found low risk investments that allow me to compound this Bitcoin every day. That's basically removing me from the rat race. And that's the point, and that's what I want people to be able to enable for themselves through this channel. Sovereignty, baby. being able to make your own decisions, pay your own bills, do what the president of Ghana was talking about, being able to just you know, do the things that you need to for yourself. Perfect. Awesome. Permacast. Got you. Yep, you're in. I'm in. We're all on this together. So, yeah, look at that. You know, when we are able to end up doing our own things for ourselves, then we can end up getting out of mediocrity, just like this man in Africa is talking about right now. And so, yeah, we'll start talking about some of those investment vehicles, and more importantly, the compounding things. And I'll talk to you guys a little bit about like what I'm doing with trading and how I'm looking at some of the prices. And at some point I'll show you a little bit about the bot that I'm using and the trading bot, so that we can show you how I'm automating some of my trades. But I'll just say right now, and I'll say it again when I show you it, the bot requires a lot of work. It requires a lot of time to get your hands dirty, and you know, that's an area that I'm not ready to support all of that all the time yet. I'll be honest and transparent about it. But showing you guys how I compound, that's not going to be very hard. And I can show you guys how I do that every day, and you guys will start doing it too. So you'll start to put in a little bit of money. And then the idea with compounding is that you don't even like really look at the money. You don't even pay yourself the money. You just keep on looking at this tiny little seed, and it grows and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and eventually it'll form this big old snowball of compounding. And then you'll be able to slice off just a piece of that snowball that comes at you every day, and you'll be able to live on that. And you'll be able to put most of that snowball, that interest, right back into these companies, so that you can continue your investments and you can continue to live off these things, such as what the wealthy people do right now. So yeah, that's some stuff that I'm totally ready to end up showing you guys, because yeah, this is not exclusive. It should not be exclusive. You should all be able to have access to this, and the faster we can compound this, the faster we can wake up and we can spread this knowledge, and you know, we're going to become sovereign. We are. We're doing it, and this planet is going to restore its balance back to itself. Just some more. It starts with a P, man. It's the opposite of pessimism. Positivity, optimism. Yeah, it doesn't start with a P. And so it starts with an O. So some more optimism for you is that, like, you know, we're going to get through this. We're going to become sovereign. We're going to end up waking up, and we're going to start to use the Earth's resources in such a more beautiful way, because we realize that water's limited, air's limited, land is limited, and we just keep exploding as a population. So, you know, we're going to start to see that. We're going to start to wake up and become a little bit more conscious about the decisions that we make and the interactions that we have with each other. And that's when balance can be restored to this planet. And then finally we can start to have a lot of fun with stepping up and becoming a planet that can start to look out across the cosmos at the other planets and be like, see, we got past it. We got past our wars. We got past our racism. We got past our division. We don't really hurt ourselves as a species anymore. We try to help ourselves, and we try to end up going and exploring other planets now on the brave frontiers. So, you know, expect all this type of beautiful stuff to happen as we uphold these things, guys. And we're going to learn inside of our Earth a lot deeper as well before we go outside the Earth too. Because there's a lot on this Earth that we have yet to learn. That, you know, as soon as we start to get a little bit more spiritually aware, and we can match the level of technology that we have here on the planet, then it's not going to be a question of who built the pyramids, how did they build them. It's not going to be a question of, like, you know, like, how are we going to get around these problems. We're not going to have those problems. We're just going to be a different species that's more awakened, it's more aware and unified. So I could go on about that all night, guys, but, you know, I just thank you so much for being able to tune in, for being able to hold this down, because when you tune into this, it really helps me out. It really helps this channel out. When you spread this message and you retweet it, you send it out there, it really gets the message out. So if you found any value out of anything that I said tonight, and you think any of your friends might find value, any of your family might find value, and you don't want to explain it to them, just shoot them the link, baby. And it'll all work. And I just thank you so much for the regulars, my regulars, for coming in every night. If it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't have a channel, and y'all know this. So thank you so much. And we'll be here tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 5 o'clock Universal. More crypto news, more discussions. You got questions, bring them. we got answers. We'll try to find answers. Oh wait, what were you asking about in chat that we were gonna look at? Let me go through the chat. QSP, that's right.
QSP.
Let's look at that real fast. Boom. So QuantStamp is another good one, guys, because QSP is what Scobust is talking about right now, and just to put it short for anybody that's tuning in for the first time tonight, QSP is a tool that's going to allow smart contracts to be audited in a very fast way. So the one way of saying it, and I know it's not the most correct way, it's easily debatable, but one way of saying it is what this cryptocurrency does right here is this is going to kind of take the place of a contract auditor or an attorney that needs to audit contracts, because there will be a bot now that will show you how successful these contracts are and how many people have used them and how successful it would be for you. So as I'm looking at this right now, taking a look at the price, it's down 10%, it's back down to 10 cents. Okay, just taking a look at the social is what I usually like to look at, and just trying to see what's going on. So they just got back from the Blockchain World Conference. They're giving their thanks out. It's good, it's good. QuantStamp co-founders on the Facebook rooftop park. So these are the guys that co-founded QuantStamp. This can show you that anybody can create a beautiful, beautiful cryptocurrency. And these guys right here, you know, they're doing it. Facebook Live AMA on the 29th. That's cool. So, you know what I'm seeing here is that, first of all, QuantStamp, people are complaining on Reddit about its website. So let's take a look at the website.
Yeah, Richard Ma, the CEO, mentioned it in the
Okay,
AMA
cool.
that he's
Good.
working on it. And then I think it's December 14th that they have a meeting with Neo.
Nice. Okay then. Yeah, so if that's the case, like if they're saying that they're working on the website, you know, that's a great thing, and I would just hope that that comes through very, very soon, just because like there's going to be so many competitors, and it's all about shipping your product. And whichever of these ICOs can ship out the workable product first, people will adopt. So, QuantStamp, like, yeah, come on, guys, get on it. I want to believe in this too.
Chill.
So yeah, but yeah, guys, like I think this is pretty good. QuantStamp it's going to end up securing smart contracts. They just got back. So to tell you about the price, what I would say is that it seems like it's just a little bit down right now because there's no action, and it looks like.
Yeah, this is
Pretty
straight
much,
buy
you know,
point.
I would say right now, guys, like you could get it at a discount.
Who's listening right now, you have any interest in QuantStamp and this project? Like,
Absolutely,
yeah, this
I can
is
agree.
a buy point.
It's at 10 cents
10 cents
average
right now?
across all exchanges, according to CoinMarketCap.
Okay, it's 11 on Binance, but you can still
Perfect.
right at 11.
And
that's
so
a buy
yeah, and that's
point.
what he's saying right now, guys. Is Kenny just bought into ADA? Woo! Yo, congratulations, bro.
I want to hear
Okay,
more
yeah,
about that.
hey Kenny.
Why?
So if you don't mind, can you just tell us kind of like what was your decision on why you got into ADA just now? 'Cause that's pretty cool.
Or what did that? What's the
Cardano
project,
coin,
I
and
guess,
so
yeah.
like this is something that like I can't. Oh man, there's so many coins, but I think this is one that has to do with like either decentralization or like something with net neutrality. Help me out, Kenny. Cardano blockchain. Read this to get started. The cryptocurrency with the triple-digit upside. That's crazy. So yeah, Cardano is like a lot of people are all like, wait, 2018 Cardano. It's the year of Cardano. It's a security-focused blockchain that harnesses the latest research and engineering insights to build a platform suitable for the highest value apps. Built on a foundation of peer-reviewed research, Cardano aims to create a platform for decentralized apps and smart contracts that could be processed with a technique called formal verification. Dang. Okay, that's pretty cool. Right on. So let me tell you this. You guys have already heard that, like I've said, I've made money on ADA, but that's like... So when I say those things, like, it's because I take money and I throw it at my trading bot, and I go, you do the magic, bot. And then the bot goes, alright, there's going to be some magic on ADA tonight. And so it goes in and it buys ADA at a discount, kind of like where it's at right now. And it will go, okay, so it seems like ADA is at a discount. I'm going to pick up some ADA for you. And then once it ends up rising, however much you dictate, I will sell it for you. So I still have to dictate this bot. I still have to do a lot of things, and it's kind of like a hammer and nails. Like, it's just a tool. It's a stupid tool, and we have to make it smart. And I've lost money with my bot. I've definitely gained a lot more. But yeah, what I can say is it's a stupid tool. It's like a hammer and nails, and it's not going to build a house until you have a skilled carpenter behind it. And I'm not skilled enough to be 100% profitable on all my positions. I'll admit it. But like, I've only lost a few. I've only taken a few losses. So, and I'm about to take maybe another one.
There's 88.
Yeah.
Feeling. It's down 14% right now. That seems like a good
now
buy
it's at
point.
11 cents. So, yeah, it does. And this is the things that people are going to be wanting to see, guys. What's unique about Cardano? It's the first blockchain project to be built on peer-reviewed academic research. So that means, well, let's see.
When was the ICO?
That's a good question. Dun 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 dun. The roadmap. So usually you'll. Oh.
It's like
ADA. Okay, it's no dates are here, but you just always go and look at the roadmap, and we can see it. But yeah, like what makes it unique as well is that the level of security of the underlying technology is an industry first. Further to this, Cardano is unique in that it's written in the Haskell coding language. Haskell is considered to be one of the most secure programming languages, minimizing the number of errors and adding extremely robust security to the platform. This includes use of a technique called formal verification, which allows mathematical proof of the correctness of code. Damn, that's nice. So that means that this is not even going to work unless the code is 100% perfect and it's written in Haskell. And Haskell won't work unless it's 100% perfect. So you got to be a bomb developer to work on ADA. And so yeah, if you go to their website, their Cardano roadmap is right here. And September 29th is when the main net was launched. And so it seems like September 29th is ICO day.
Yeah, that's what
cool,
I'm
man.
Yeah, that's what
so yeah, too. Like yeah, it looks good.
Oh, it might just be getting ready to take off.
Yeah, I can see this as being asleep. That's what other people are saying is like Cardano and Neo could be sleeping giants, and there was something else. IOTA might be a sleeping giant as well, but people now know about that. So yeah, so Daedalus is a wallet that is going to support Cardano coin. And what I could say is that Daedalus wallet is a wallet that I don't talk about a lot on this channel because first of all, like it's like this is where you start getting into security on a level where it becomes inconvenient in an aspect. So like some of these cryptocurrencies we won't need to end up getting into just because it's going to require so many things for like verification. And like there's going to be like all these different passwords and two-factor things and emails you got to answer and like click on within 10 seconds and all this stuff in order to send something. And some people want that, and that's good because like they do want that security. But then there'll be other people that'll be like, man, it's just too much, man. Like I just need to send money. So that's where Litecoin is going to end up like spiking.
Yeah. I just got a position in Litecoin.
Nice, bro. Yeah, I would hold it. I would be holding it until this time next year. And in fact, that's kind of reminded me that I need to start taking some positions in Litecoin too. And yeah, dude, like I love it because Mango's already there. He's been in Litecoin since before $100.
We know.
That's amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, guys. With this, like, it's. Yeah, if there's anything else that you want to end up talking about, bring it to the chat tomorrow. But yeah, man, other than that, I will end up probably exiting off of the stream here. Just want to say just thank you guys to everybody that's watching tonight. It means a lot. And we'll be back tomorrow night, 10 p.m., doing the crypto news, opening up the Discord for us to be able to talk about this type of stuff. And yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody. I hope that the humans of Earth, they get some value out of this. They put some value into their lives, and they come back tomorrow, and we end up hanging out tomorrow on the spaceship. It's gonna be taking off again, guys. So, yep. Thank you so much for watching. And this is Sovereign Starseed saying good night, humans of Earth.